What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tuman Show. This is kind of my 2023 wrap up, what's coming into 2024 video. I was watching an alpha video of mine from the beginning of the year and what high hopes I had. And obviously, you can see the alpha's gone. I got the 911 now. And I kind of wanted to do like a wrap on what happened with the alpha, kind of what the plans are for the 911 and what the plans are for the next year. So those of you who are following might want to get an idea of kind of what's happening. So here we go. Start with the alpha. So it's December now. I actually ended up selling the alpha back in August. So this is long overdue. Last video, you remember I was getting ready for going to Monterey for Car Week. I was really excited. I was doing a whole bunch of prep work to get it ready. In the meantime, somebody was on the side hitting me up and talking about how he wanted the car. And basically what happened is we decided if he really wanted the car, I was going to need to see some money, so I didn't drive it. And that's why I took the i3 up. I kind of hinted at it, and then it changed kind of the whole dynamic of it. But the alpha was in a great position when I sold it for me to sell it and pass it on to the next guy. And why I say it that way is because, as you know, I had the 2-liter motor that I wanted to put into the car. I also needed to rebuild the transmission. So those two alone were going to be quite a bit of work to get done, especially with the limited free time that I already have to do an engine swap and to do a training rebuild. Maybe not impossible, but also not likely to happen. I started the year wanting to do more canyon runs and track time, and that 1.4 bored out 1.3 was not gonna cut it. It was already kind of feeling weak. Long story short, those were the two things. I needed more power. I needed to fix the transmission. It was going to need a limited slip diff too in that event, or at least a different ratio to go with the 2-liter motor. So we were talking about engine, tranny, diff, all needed to be done. That was strike one. Strike two was the simple fact that I've got a kid. She likes cars, I think. I'm doing my best to brainwash her into my lifestyle. And, I had an epiphany one day when I went to go check out a 911 that I wouldn't be able to take her with me if it was the Alpha. And yeah, it was a 4-door, but the back seat only had a lap belt, and to do the 3-point conversion, which is what you really need at the bare minimum to get a good secure child seat in the car, it's going to be a lot of work. I checked out a couple people who had done it. I didn't like it. That was strike two. Strike three was just simply the fact that I couldn't see myself pushing that car on a track, on a 20-minute session. Just abuse, and maybe not, I have mechanical sympathy, but, you're there to push it. You're going to be using all of the rev range. You're going to be using all of your brakes. Ultimately, that was the realization that that car needed to go, and that's really why this car does all those things. So I already got a child seat in the back of this one. I've already taken my kid to plenty of Cars and Coffee events. I've taken her to the Peterson Auto Museum a bunch of times. She loves Lightning McQueen. So I think I'm doing it right. She's having a good time. She says Porsche properly like an adult should, even though she's like this big. And so those were the two things where it was hard to let it go, but it was the right thing to do. So now that I have this, what is the Tuman Show doing? What path are we going down in the future? This isn't a project. When I bought the car, I mentioned that this is not a project car. And that's true. Because where did I start this year by saying, in this video by saying, I want to do more track time. I want to do more canyon runs. I still haven't taken a car on Laguna Seca. Come on, man. Like, what am I doing with my life? So this is the car that I want to do those things. And actually, ironically, tomorrow I'll be doing a track day with this car. I'll be going to the streets of Willow. I've got the GoPro set up. I'm trying this Harry's lap timer on my phone, so we'll see what kind of videos I can create with that. but you're not really gonna get a whole lot of project. I do have a couple parts on the other side of the car that I'll be showcasing once I install them. I did install a bunch of GT3 arms, adjustable arms, and got a pretty good alignment done. That's like a sport alignment, not a track alignment. I don't need to burn out my tires after one track day. So those are the things you're gonna see. But what about the project? Where is the project, Simon? You've got a million projects, and this is true. This is very true. This camera that you're watching me on is literally sitting on top of an empty engine block that has a crankshaft and some parts, and I've got a whole bunch of parts over there, and that's the project, right? I'm gonna finally finish putting that twin spark motor together. I have all the parts. I was waiting for one last thing that I needed to get done, purchase, custom made. Got some Carrillo rods for the engine, so crankshaft is good, rods are new, pistons are new. I've got all the rebuild parts, so that's 2024 in a nutshell, right? I'm gonna be putting that engine together. I'm gonna be having fun with this one. I've also got another secret project going on, because what's the point of a twin spark if I don't have a place to put it? I sold my Alpha though, so where am I gonna put it? For that, you're gonna have to stay tuned. I think it's gonna be pretty exciting. I have a couple tricks up my sleeve. I've got visions. I've got some clear visions on what I want to do. It's a 3-step process. Step 1 is building the engine. Step 2 is the place that's going to put it. And then step 3 is going to be what we drape all of that in. And so just like Legos, I'm building this, I'm building this, and I'm going to put it all together, and then I got to wrap it in something really nice. So if you enjoy some of my crazy shenanigans in the past, awesome. What do you guys think I'm going to be doing? What would you love to see that twin spark motor, and how about that? Let's talk about these things. I love interacting with people who are as dumb as me, and I mean that with all love. And with that, have a happy new year, happy holidays. Also, I've got a great video coming out soon. I recorded this months ago with a couple buddies. This might be some of the other content I'm gonna try and make. I really wanted to do it a while ago, but we got a special coming, guys. I recorded a special with some of my friends. So it didn't come out exactly how I hoped, but it's the beginning of it all. And you know, maybe we can do more of those. I've got a couple other ideas. I know we had a great time doing it, so you know, if it gets some love and it's worth my effort, you know, we'll make a few more. And with that, see you later.